Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Donna, and today we're talking about God's preservation of the righteous. Continuing in 2 Peter chapter 2, let's take a closer look at verses 5 through 9. Now, previously we looked at verses 4 through 6. We saw God bring justice upon the wicked. But as we continue through verse 9, another crucial theme emerges: God's preservation of the righteous. Let's read it together. And God did not spare the ancient world except for Noah and the 7 others in his family. Noah warned the world of God's righteous judgment. So God protected Noah when he destroyed the world of ungodly people with a vast flood. Later, God condemned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah and turned them into heaps of ash. He made them an example of what will happen to ungodly people. But God also rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a righteous man who was sick of the shameful immorality of the wicked people around him. Yes, Lot was a righteous man who was tormented in his soul by the wickedness he saw and heard day after day. So you see, the Lord knows how to rescue godly people from their trials, even while keeping the wicked under punishment until the day of judgment. Now, while God was bringing judgment, he preserved Noah and Lot, 2 men who lived in the midst of corruption but remained faithful. How cool is that? Through every story of justice, we can trace God's merciful hand as he rescues and protects the righteous. This pattern throughout the Bible reassures us as believers that God knows how to protect his own. This world is no different from Noah or Lot. Corruption and moral decay are everywhere. But just as God preserved them, he will preserve those who walk in righteousness. Psalm 34:15 reminds us, "The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry." He is not distant or unaware. He is actively watching over his people. But what does that mean for us practically? It means we don't have to fear. Even when evil seems to be increasing, God is in control. Proverbs 3:25 through 26 says, "Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be at your side and will keep your foot from being snared." God's preservation doesn't always mean his prevention from trials, but it does mean that he will sustain us through them. Are you standing firm in righteousness today, even when surrounded by ungodliness? Do you trust in God's sustaining power? Noah had to build the ark in faith before the flood even came. Lot had to follow God's command to leave Sodom. Likewise, we are called to obey and trust even when the world around us refuses to follow God. So be encouraged, my friend. When trials press in, know that nothing escapes God's sight. He sees all, he knows all, and his unfailing love will carry and sustain us. Psalm 11:7 says, "For the Lord is righteous. He loves justice. The upright will see his face." Psalm 33:5 says, "The Lord loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his unfailing love." So no matter how dark the world becomes, God's light shines brighter. So hold fast to him, for he is faithful to preserve his own.